Hello guys, I'm here again because I want to teach you about this composition right here. Just so you know, this is the best composition in Dragonheir, okay? So you'll be able to play against the main boss, that's Malinos in Temporal Vortex. That's what it is, okay? There are a few specific factors that you have to understand. We're ain't gonna be able to build this composition right here. It's not just about timing, okay? Equipments matter a lot, and of course, all these heroes must be scrolled. What I mean with scrolled is their skill must be totally in a high level, you know, totally booked. You know, you cannot build this composition without placing the zero totally ready to go. And more their talents, okay? You have the talent tree as well. You have also to care to place the zero is the talent tree. But guys, I'm going to start first right here talk about one of the best equipments where you have amazing performance is the Carnage gloves. This simple equipment right here. If it's possible, listen now. If it's possible, you place this equipment in each hero. I tell you, that's going to be insane, okay? Insane. And then of course, if it's possible, you get some other equipments after this one here. Good for you, mainly for the DPS dealers, because one of the heroes have to have the puppeteer equipment, okay? Otherwise you won't be able to have amazing performance. The puppeteer, I'm going to show here, probably is no, it's not with her, it's with this guy here. So he has the puppeteer. So guys, come on, okay? He has to have the puppeteer right here, whatever what it is. Do not forget about this, because this equipment right here is going to help your team increase, do well in terms of the ultimate skill. As you guys can see right here, when the wearer casts the ultimate skill, allies of the same element gains 10%. That means that they're going to be fast enough to charge the ultimate skill for them do it in a fast way. Mainly about Adolphus here, because this guy here is the one that's responsible to keep your team alive for over 8 minutes. Let's say it's possible you reach 10 minutes with him. It doesn't mean that this is going to happen all the time, but he's going to do the work for that happen, okay? It's possible that happen, believe me, not all the time, because the RNG in the game influences a lot. You have RNG, guys. It doesn't mean that all the time you're gonna be able to do the same type of damage every time that you try to fight against this boss, okay? So no panic here. Now, as this guy here is the guy that's going to protect your team to survive, you have to build him with the ancestral protection gear. This is kind of ally protection. You have to give him this responsibility, okay, this function. All right, and another point is one of the mythicals here. This mythical equipment here helps him. Look at this. When the wearer grants a shield, one debuff is also dispelled from the target. This effect can trigger once every 20 seconds. This is really important as well, because the boss apply some debuffs there. You don't want that affect your team in some way, okay? All right, so if you guys understood this, amazing. Now, another thing. I've said about this in some other videos that I made here to my channel. Is about the equipments and then some specific stats of these equipments. Some heroes, as this hero right here, this hero needs enlightenment. Enlightenment is proficiency as well. Is the same thing, okay? So guys, if you see that a hero needs enlightenment, place on him enlightenment, okay? Do not forget about this, it's important. So this hero right here, he placed the chest with the enlightenment, but don't need to care about the runes. If you place enlightenment, okay, but I tell you, it's possible you place even defense to help with the survivability of this here as well during the run, okay? But just understand, do not forget, if you see the hero need specific stats, go in place on him. Now in terms of FLORA, she does derivative damage, you know? As she does derivative damage, what you have to do? You have to place her also with some equipment that helps her to improve on that case, okay, in terms of derivative damage. But if you do not have equipment for that, no, it's okay. But I just would like to remind you that she also needs enlightenment as well, proficiency right here, because if you place her in totally different, I tell you, you won't be able to reach exactly the damage that you're looking for, okay? So, or you do on this way, otherwise it's gonna be a problem, okay? That's another tip that to give to you when I'm gonna build the horror. But remember, this is the main mythical gear for this type of run, for you have amazing performance. Not just about this run, not just about this boss, even for any other feature in the game that involves bosses, okay? This is very strong equipment. It's very hard to have it. You know, if you're lucky enough to have a very good ones, good for you. The carnage is really important, guys. I tell you, really important. Can be anything, can be the gloves, can be the chest, you know. Anyway, another factor here in terms of this composition, guys know well, I already said in some other videos, never ever place the same type of equipment in the same hero, okay? There's only one mythical type of mythical in each hero, okay? I had to tell this thing, to tell you these things, guys, because these also matter a lot. Now in terms of mythical artifacts, important that you have Aurelion Vest, because Aurelion Vest helps in reduce damage, helps survivability of your team, okay? Really important to have that. I tested any other artifacts for about that, none of them works like this one here. This is the best one, okay? Now for Caspar here, we have two types of wide mythical equipments. Can be this one here, or even can be another one that I'm going to show to you now. We have another one that actually I use in my composition, okay? So I'm just going to show here. So this is my composition, and then I use this one over here as well, because this one improved critical damage. So it can be this or the other one, all right? So the main point here, guys, is simple. As long as you build well your heroes correctly, you're gonna be fine to fight this battle, okay? Now, in terms of critical stuff, we don't need to worry about FLORA. She doesn't need any critical. She does need the proficiency enlightenment, okay? Just one of the main information for you about this, and then just like this is very important. Now about Felicity right here, just note that she's the one that's going to be placing defense down, guys. Is important. She has very good critical rate. Critical rate is totally mandatory. I have 100% on mine here because helps her to have more guarantee to place this debuff in the enemy, okay? As long as you place critical rate, good for you, is what I did here. And then I'm using also this type of mythical gear because I didn't get the carnage, but this one here, look, the weather gains additionally attack equal to 300% of the current accuracy. Helps her to have more damage, okay? So as you guys can see, I built this team, guys, and guess what? And now I'm doing 538 million over. Of course, that's not all the time. As I said, the RNG in the game influences a lot. It's possible one run doesn't work, but it's possible another run works, okay? Aura, the aura for that you're going to give you more preference right here is the attack aura, not critical damage aura. Okay, you can try to critical damage, but I tell you, it's going to be better use attack aura for this type of run. All right, so there are a few things, guys, and then in terms of talent tree, guys, look at the talent tree that you have to use from each hero. This is what the ones that gonna place these heroes to do very nice performance against the boss. So it just repair here that there are two heroes with the same talent tree, not this one influencing the more damage, and then the same here about FLORA, and then we end up here with the Adolphus to improve his guarantee in terms of survivability and shield with the team as well. Okay, so the talent tree also matters a lot, so just for you guys to have an idea. Now I'm going to finish here in terms of timing stuff. Time is one of the things that you also need to know. So the time is right here. So Adolphus do not need to have any time because he needs to apply fast as he can the shield in your team to help your survivability. Now Caspar has to be the one that go first, and now he go first then everybody. After him it's gonna be FLORA, and the recast has to be 18%, you know, because they do on that way many times. All right, this is going to be better for you. And then the last guy here that's going executing his skill is Erich with 13 point here in terms of fire cast. Okay, so he's the last one. You know, after Felicity, guys, never place any time right here because she attacks very fast. She moves very fast with her skill. Sometimes it's possible she places twice defense down in the boss in the same turn of the boss. It's possible she apply twice their defense down. That means that's going to improve more damage against the boss. So if she fast enough, good for you, because more times she's gonna be able to place defense down. All right, and then of course sometimes I think if you place skill haste more on this hero right here, she can also performs well than exactly what she's gonna perform it out. All right, that's it, guys. That's exactly what we have to follow in terms of this composition, you know. And if you go to the run now, oh, I forgot. As you guys can see right here, I'm completing the set because I do not have about FLORA. I do not have the Carnage equipment or some other important mythical equipments, so I'm using this equipment right here that helps her in terms of derivative damage. She does that. If you do not have her artifact, you're gonna place her the fan. I'm going to show here now just what exactly what it is. The Queen fan, okay, that is this one here. Queen's fan is the one to use on her if you do not have, okay, but totally mandatory as well. But anyway, guys, this is the way that you have to build each hero. I think that I covered everything. Now this guy here, he's using the pipe organ. He's like, that means that he needs to have a very good attack. On this case right here, my hero has 7,000 there, you guys can see. You know, that's improving the damage from my heroes as well. All right, anyway, now let's go to the run. Let's see what's going to happen here. I have 10 times that, as I said, our energy influence a lot. You know, if I reach the 500 million there, I'm going to be very happy, as I did it yesterday. I did the 538 million, you know, so that's consequently what can happen in terms of one. But performance influence a lot. You see 379, guys, because, as I said, RNG. Okay, I'm going to try a few times here just to see what's going to happen between one run to another run, you know. And in the worst of the scenario, if it doesn't work, I ask you to do manually, just to place it there and leave it without to do these quick battles. Look at this, 489 million now. You see the difference? Crazy, isn't it? It's crazy, guys. I understand, okay, but you have to try many times, insisting. You know, one battle is possible to be good. One battle, you know, that's why it's really important. You always focus here You know, if you did, I did yesterday. You know, I know what I did. So, oh, look at this. 488 is always ranging up and downs, you know. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try that. And as I said, if it doesn't work, I just placed the run C there like until that happened. Till that happened. Just insist. You know, don't need to be on this way. If you're lucky enough to have it over the maximum damage possible, good for you. Yesterday I had luck, but after a few runs, you know, look at this, 480. See the difference? How crazy is this? You know, this is crazy, guys. You know, but that happened. That totally happened. It's normal. You know, the RNG influenced a lot because of what? Because of Adolphus. The performance here, when you see a low performance, is because of Adolphus. It takes time in there. It depends of the run, so he does well or not. He's not going to do well. But Adolphus is the one that is responsible for this. I heard many players that they try many times, even 20 times, to have one specific amazing run with a very high damage there. You know, Adolphus is the guy responsible for that happen. You know, so don't get frustrated about this, but like, this is what it is. But again, you know, if it doesn't happen, what you guys have to do is just play, leave it there in 4x speed and see how it goes. You know, like sometimes I tell you, like, let's say 7 times out of 10 it's possible this run here works better than the automatic run that you have available. This is because of the RNG in the game. Okay, this is about that. So I'm trying here. See, I'm trying. Yesterday I did it a lot. You know, I tried many times, and then didn't work. Okay, didn't work many times. Just one specific one that came where I did it over 500 million there. You know, and that was amazing. But I did it also in a normal run. You know, just so guys know what I did in terms of this battle. Okay, this is it's very important informing here, because sometimes you're gonna be thinking like, come on, like, why this is not happened? Why this is not happening? Why I'm not reaching the target? But it's possible to happen. It's possible to happen, guys. You know, so just simple as that. So we're gonna try here one more. Oh, no, he deploys, seriously. Okay, I'm gonna try here. I have 3 more battles. 3 more battles to see how it goes. I don't like, I don't know why they have this kind of instability and balance stuff. You know, but you know what you're gonna do, you know. So you see, I reached 489 million there. I didn't reach yet what I'm looking for in terms of damage. If I place this one here, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Let's see in terms of critical damage. So let's see what's happening here. That's 455 with the critical damage. Okay. Now I'm going to back again. I'm gonna back again with the attack. Going to be attack 1 with FLORA. This is my last quick battle in Temporal Vortex, you know. But like, if it doesn't happen here, what I'm looking for, I'm gonna try to to run it on the way that I think that's possible to that happen in a good way. You see, that didn't work. So my best way now for me try to see what I can do here is what I need to place to work like this, you know, to work like this and see how it goes. You know, unfortunately, I believe that my Adolphus is the one responsible for this, but as I said, it depends of the run, many runs, RNG, you know, so I have to keep trying till you'll be able to have amazing performance. That's probably something is happening during the battle. but you have to do this. You always have to check, try to go here and see how it goes. Anyways, I hope that this video is going to be good for you, for you be able to reach a very nice performance. Okay guys, I think that's going to be very helpful because I passed all the simple details. But let me know what you guys think, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Do you hear it? The anguished wails from the Dragon Queen's retribution. When she forsook us, when she expelled us, they call us the Silent Gods, for we have been exiled beyond the world to where none can hear us speak. How glorious, how serendipitous! All because you have come into contact with his. This should have been our land! Captivating thought. I fight to defend my soul. One day, I shall depart the unyielding silk and be free of all this. Now, he has awakened and stands before you. Entangled powers.
Every choice comes with a price.
Don't see me as one of those goofballs.
Follow my lead. Everything belongs to me!
We shall await. We shall observe.